So last night we just got to the Chile airport and spent the night at the hotel, and this morning we are waiting at the airport for our flight to go to Easter Island, which is also called Rapa Nui, which is where those big giant heads, kind of like hers are. That's about it.
We made it. Just got to Easter Island, aka Rapa Nui. This is our room. A lot of space for no reason. Nice mini fridge. Nothing crazy compared to like Sacred Valley or Coco Valley or Amazon, but our view, we're in this little Americanized hotel. We got a little Jurassic Park view, and the ocean is only 1 block that way. So good times. This is the cave of the king. Oh my gosh. Sarah's a little angry today. Ellie Grace, what do you think of the rainbow?
It's beautiful. Those are the moai, but they're just smaller than the other ones. And we're here and we went in a cave too.
Hello, cows.
Oh, I could reach out and pet one. Oh.
Cowboy. Massive rainstorm right there.
Heard of Keyword Springs? What's this?
Chicken in the restaurant.
Okay.
Oh, it's a big stretch. Oh, he's just chilling.
I want to get my hand or...
I don't think you can put a dog in, but I don't think you can pet a dog. First morning out of the Easter Island Hotel / resort / hotel, but it's really good. There's Peyton. Last night's sleeping was great, except I woke up every hour and a half probably, only for the sake that there were chickens. Like, what's the noise? Like cockadoodle doing, but it wasn't like a beautiful cockadoodle doo sunrise. It was like screeching because they've been doing it all night. I'll probably sleep with AirPods in the night. But anyways, any thoughts, Peyton?
I'm gonna ring these roosters next, but that's about it.
Banana leaves, green. They cover all the food with the banana green leaves. So what happens? The heat of the rock release the steam.
We're inside of a boat that is on
Harley,
land, upside down.
Yes.
But
Hey, Lauren.
you should video outside.
But it's like a house made
You coming through, Lauren? Okay.
Secrets.
Boom.
Keeping from me.
Boom.
What's up, Frank?
Going in the boat.
Dog's following us all over the place.
I was the king at doing that, though.
Hello.
Sarah, any thoughts?
Happy Easter.
15.
It's not Easter, but Easter Island. Yeah. What?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's right. 15. These are the biggest moais on the island. There's 15 of them just lined up. It's crazy. They're huge. Like, I don't even know how much they'd weigh, but they'd kill us all. And I don't think we could.
It's like 40 to 90 tons, I think.
Yeah, something like that. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. There's some big becks.
We found a dead one.
Neck, and the other big one, you can see the base. There are some cuts. So all the families in those years live on.
This one goes as deep as we can see.
Hey, Ethan, I'm getting a video, dude.
Oh, so did you give me my video?
Yeah.
Okay, this moai, as tall as it is here, also goes as deep into the ground.
Yeah, so you can
that's
see.
like what, 15 feet maybe?
Yeah.
maybe close to 20. So it's about 20 feet also into the ground. It's just like a body. I don't know if there's like actual body features. Or...
Well, they weren't done, right?
Oh yeah, these weren't fully done. That's true.
This is the quarry, by the way. This is like the ones that they were working on, and then
So all of these moai here are not actually done. I mean, a lot of them will have faces or like their body. Like this one fell forward, so his face is just in the ground, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
there's the biggest one. It's incomplete. Yeah, see right there. The head's way up there.
it's the one right there.
It's a little blurry.
Welcome to Rapa Nui. There's a bunch of statues. Statue over there. Statue over here. This is Colson.
I'm not a statue.
Guide.
It's the baby moai.
That they made in a later period when the birdman competition
This is like the tourist trap beach, but super beautiful. Straight from a movie. But yeah. All right, Peyton.
A lot of women in the South. Boom! We're in freaking Rapa Nui.
Tyler, thoughts?
Woo! Water.
Yep.
All right.
There's a moai right there. Also, a guy with the Speedo on the right of Tyler. Woo! And Zach Bath.
So we've been at the beach the past couple hours. It's been really fun. We're doing like chicken wars and towers, and now we're just waiting for a mango colada. We didn't have any peanut
Virgin.
colada with no
Virgin.
alcohol.
Let the record show.
Mango
Seen alcohol.
colada. We've seen a lot of moai statues today. It's been really cool. It's been a really relaxing day. Relaxing trip.
I'm Sandy. I'm demoralized. I'm really tired.
Bro did not swim.
I love it.
Yeah, there's our view.
It's beautiful.
It's a simulation.
It is a subtropical island, not tropical like
Yep.
Hawaii is. Subtropical.
Which means
Whatever
there's
that means.
only sand on like half the island's borders.
Ah.
The other, I looked it up. That's one of the many reasons, but like a lot of the beach, like land and water, is like just rock. And this is one of the few sand areas. So, and there's dogs everywhere.
There are dogs everywhere. Lots of dogs.
This is my view for dinner. Super close to the water. I could jump off right now. Okay, so for the video I'm about to show, I was eating with, I'll say in the video after the next video I show, I was eating with some people I just met that night for dinner, and we talked for like 30 to 45 minutes, and then I said, hey, like we were just talking about like what all we've been doing. One of the girls mentioned that she journals, and I was like, hey, I've been doing a vlog, and I was like, I would love it if like I got you on the vlog, if like that's, and they were like, yeah, let's do it, like, oh my gosh, totally. And I said, like, just say your name and like where you're from and like some cool stuff about you, and they didn't do any of that. So like in the next video it looks very awkward and looks like I'm like forcing them to speak, but like they were so into it, and I started filming them and they were like so anyways, just bear with me.
Hey, I'm Alvaro. And there. Hi. Okay, we're having a good time with my friend. It's a beautiful place, and we're having fun, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. That's right.
Don't be shy.
Yes, yeah.
Rapa Nui is awesome. Being here, we've learned a lot about the history of Rapa Nui.
I'm come across half of work to be here from Europe, so it's a beautiful place. Everybody should come here to visit this place. Yeah, it's very beautiful.
I agree with all of you.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm like snipping in from what I had like 5 days ago, but I had dinner with 5 guys and 2 girls. One of the guys and one of the girls were out talking the entire time, so I didn't even know their names or talk to them at all. But so it was really like 3 guys and 1 girl that I was with. I was eating like by myself at a really nice restaurant, and this one guy came to like invite me over to eat with them, and I was like, sure. Like they all spoke English, so like I was like, yeah, sure. Like, so I paid my bill, went over there, and started talking to them. Really cool people. Like you can see in the video, like they're all just very interesting. One guy's from Rapa Nui, lived in Chile for a little bit, and lived in Australia for a little bit. 2 guys were from Poland, 1 girl was from Australia, and they were so cool. And they like asked a lot about me because they'd already been talking for a while. They asked a lot about me, and I said like I'm from Arkansas. I said y'all, and the Poland guy was like, "Are you from Texas?" It's like, no, I'm from Arkansas, but close. And I was like, yeah, I go to Christian school in college in Arkansas, and like studying finance and like all this stuff. And so I said, I go to a Christian school, I'm from the South, and I'm from the United States. And so the Rapa Nui guy was like, what are your thoughts on Trump? And I was like, gee, thanks. Like, it's like 8 p.m. like on like a Friday night, and you're like, really? But so I answered those questions, and after I answered all that, I found out that the 3 of those guys were gay. So, and the one Australian girl was a environmentalist. So whenever I was talking about Trump, it was like a 4v1, but it was like still really good. And I don't know, it was kind of sad because like the 2 guys from Poland, they had like just gotten engaged, and the reason why they were traveling so far was because they were trying to find a country that they could legally get married in and stay there forever, which is like, you know, it's obviously like as a Christian it's kind of like but like it was so hard to hear that because like, dang, like you flew 20 hours here, you know, to like try to find somewhere that like accepted you, which is so sad. But we talked about that for a while, surprisingly. And yeah, it was really good. It was a really good dinner. I hope no one like got offended. Like I hope like it was just really good. And I'd say this because I go to private Christian school, but like I went to public school in high school, and so like back before anyone knew how to speak in high school, like if you had someone that was like opposite like, you know, views as you just went for each other's throats all the time. And so it was like I was really glad that I had like matured enough, and they were obviously all older than I was, so, like they were very mature. But I was really glad that like I could sit down with people that I almost in every category like 100% disagree with on most things, and like still have like a really good dinner and like have a good time and like never forget it. And like I actually saw 3 of the 4 people in the video like multiple times that week, and like we all like smiled and like shook hands or like did stuff. So like it was just really cool, and I'll definitely never forget that dinner experience.
Going? Alright, so we went scuba diving this morning. Thought I was gonna die a little bit. My ears were crackling insanely as we went to the top, but at least we saw some cool fish. We survived, and there's lots of dogs here. And we got coffee.
Are we doing? Yeah. Okay. We're about to scuba dive off the coast of Rapa Nui. It's gonna be fun. We don't drown. Fletcher?
I said this was in the back. I'm excited. I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna find out. Just went scuba diving. It was just me, Anna, and Eden. It was so cool, and like our guides were so awesome. It was like a 1-to-1 ratio, so like I had a guy that was like holding on to me the whole time, making sure I was good, and it was so awesome. I saw like every fish from Nemo and saw a sea turtle, so it was a great experience.
So this morning we scuba dived, and so we all thought it was fantastic, like one of the best things that we've done here. Just like our whole 3 months studying abroad. But now we've been hanging out in this little like, kind of like a big pool, and there's some rocks to encase us in. Laid out in the sun, we saw some turtles. That was fantastic. It was so cool. They were huge. One of them bumped me in the leg. We were kind of harassing it. Yeah, but we all got ice cream.
Movie night.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we all just did this again.
We're about to go surfing. It's Fletcher's turn to film. We're about to go surfing.
All right.
Getting our wetsuits on.
Yeah.
And none of us have really surfed except for like Aaron and Simon Raquel. But
I've wakeboarded.
I can surf behind a boat.
Yeah.
But so if it's anything like that, if I can get up, then I'll be good. But I think it's gonna be way different than surfing behind a boat.
Pissed if you found out about this. Yeah, I made sure to tell them we've been here already.
Gabby dug this hole yesterday. Look at that point. Great views.
The Birdman competition was every single year, and it was however many, I don't remember how many it was very like physically fit people, and they had to do this massive competition where they climbed down a massive ravine, got an egg, tied it to their forehead with like a scarf, climbed up the ravine, ran off the side of the cliff, and then had to swim to that little massive pillar you can see in the next video. And then they like had to show the egg on top and which meant like symbolized the winner. But it was people that nominated these physically fit men. If I was a rich old man and I nominated this one person and they won the Birdman Challenge, you technically be the Birdman, and then you got to be chief for that year. And so it was like a way of keeping the most mentally and physically fit people in power consistently, even though, again, the people that were competing were not actually the ones in charge. Kind of weird. But, so we got to learn a lot about that on that trip.
Oh, hey.
Look at Carly's dress.
Oh, yeah.
This is the #1 Hunger Games map that we've seen so far. Easy.
Or Fortnite.
Or
Warzone.
Map. Easy, right here. That's it. That's all I had to say. Carly, you got anything?
I bought this dress.
All right.
Alex also bought it.
Scenic walk to dinner. And there's Moai.
Welcome to our final dinner for Hula. Right now we're eating empanadas and they're really yummy. And guava juice.
Awesome. There's the view. This is our last official dinner at Hula. This is our last official dinner at Hula. Super good vibes. And the sun's setting over here. Almost done setting.
Some moais in the distance.
Yeah.
This is really pretty.
A woman just walked on the grass. You're not supposed to walk and got whistled at like crazy.
Right.
But, yeah, last night, beautiful weather. It's been like 74 the entire trip. So it's great.
It's been beautiful. It's been hot.
Yep.
I need this for the vlog. You do need this for the vlog.
This is awesome. It's Katie Daggett's birthday, so we have a little fun thing for her. Alright guys, it's our last day in Rapa Nui. We leave in 2 hours to go to the airport. It's been a great time, but it's coming to a close, and then we go back to the United States.
What's up, Stowe Bros? Rapa Nui is almost done, and it's a little bittersweet, but you know what? We're gonna make the most of it, and this 5-hour plane ride is gonna be awesome. And Adeline's here, and we're here. It's almost over.
Hello, we're waiting for our food at Euro Bar, and we've eaten here 3 times in the past 3 days, and it's been lovely. And every time I get this burger called the Italian burger, but I'm not really sure why it's called that because it's just a normal burger with avocado. So that's it, and I love Rapa Nui, and we've had so much fun.
My favorite moment from Hula was summiting Chichani. We had already climbed the 2 other mountains, Pichu Picchu and Misty, and just getting to the top of that 3rd volcano. It was breathtaking and just the most rewarding experience I've ever felt, just to do something so challenging. So that was my favorite moment, getting to just feel accomplishment and just experience God's beauty.
Aha moment was on the Laguna de los Tres hike whenever we were doing like the really hard part. Colson turned around at one point and was like, how do we decide that the beauty is worth the pain? And it was so weird because it was like we weren't having a deep conversation, like nobody was thinking about anything deep, but that was like a really profound question. And I've been thinking a lot about how like suffering is what makes life beautiful. So that was my aha moment.
One of the worst and best things of Hula was climbing Misty. Altitude's really hard, but it's also really worth it, especially to see the sun come up and cast a shadow over Arequipa. So that was probably one of my best experiences.
I love fishing for piranhas.
I like seeing other Christians around the world, like in Lima and in Arequipa.
I love hiking in Patagonia.
I liked the dune day and then staying overnight on the dunes, camping out.
My favorite trip on Hula was the Amazon rainforest, and my favorite moment was when I was like, I had to change into my swimsuit on the boat, and then I was changing into my swimsuit. 3 girls were holding towels around me, and then Jeremy Daggett and like 17 other men are like swimming as fast as they can to our boat to be on the boat. It was really funny. Okay, so one of my favorite moments that's included in my aha moment was when a random little lady from Jonathan's church congregation decided to braid my hair, and she had like 3 people working on my hair at one point, and it was just a really beautiful moment of connection, even though not a lot was spoken because we both didn't know each other's languages, but we were able to like connect in that little way.
My aha moment was playing in mud in the jungle. I really liked going on random little adventures with Ashen and getting churros and ice cream and random food that was probably way too cheap but delicious.
My favorite moment was looking at the stars in the Amazon.
My favorite memory, one of my favorite memories is taking a wrong turn in Arequipa very early on in the trip and getting ourselves very lost in a scary back alley with only cows to keep us company, and finding our way back through sight alone without maps.
One of my favorite memories is when we were in Paracas doing sledding, and I went down this really steep hill, and I did not break either hand, and everything was super safe.
My favorite moment is climbing on walls.
And when we reached our goals and got to the top and got to celebrate.
My favorite memory is when we were scuba diving and I realized that it was really fun and that I wasn't going to die and that it was actually really cool.
My aha moment was when we were in the Coca Valley, and we stayed with a Quechuan family there. And me and like 6-7 other people, we stayed with Mama Viti and Juan, and they were like the most hospitable people, and they were just the sweetest people, and we couldn't really communicate super well, but they knew a little bit of Spanish, so we were also able to kind of talk to them. It was just a very sweet moment. It was so sweet, so nice, and they let us into their home, and we spent a night there. And then the next day, we like helped Juan farm. We farmed some like potatoes, and it was just like really cool and just like sweet, like 40-ish hours that we were with them.
My aha moment was praying over the cross at Coca Valley. Mine was when we got water at Laguna de los Tres from the river.
My aha moment is when Mama Vivi in the Coca Valley grabbed my hand walking at night.